Hello, friends. I'm Anna. I am the founder of Ubi Ubi, and I'm here today to tell you a little bit about how we got started. And when I say we, really right now I just mean me. Um, but I am hoping to grow. I mean, you never know what could happen. Uh, I'm not entirely sure where to start. I have been in the fitness industry for almost 15 years, and the last almost 7 of those I've spent in a big box fitness facility. And these clubs are beautiful and wonderful, and I learned so much. And I worked with a lot of amazing people, clients, members, managers, trainers, people in other departments, you name it. And over those years, through the growth and, change and development, I also learned a lot about what is lacking. I think the fitness industry has often become very narrow or very extreme. So on the one hand, you have all these people who go to gyms. And when I say all these people, I mean that very loosely, because the reality is only about, I think it's 14% of the US adult population has a gym membership or a membership to a studio. Of those people, only about 20% use their membership, which means only about 3% of the adult population in the United States goes to the gym or a fitness studio regularly. So that leaves 97% of people who don't go anywhere to exercise. Now, probably thinking, okay, yeah, but I exercise outside. Yes, that's another category. So I would say, from what I've read up on, including the people who go to gyms and including the people who do exercise regularly outside or wherever, in their home or whatever it is, about 20%, give or take, of the United States adult population exercises regularly. And over the years, that's really left me feeling kind of icky. I have worked with all kinds of different people. I worked with a 6-year-old boy for a while and his parents. He was an athlete but was having trouble with some coordination. It was actually really fun, surprisingly. If you know me, you know I don't have kids, and that's not usually a main focus of mine, but it was really delightful. And I've worked with people up to their mid to late 70s. Elite athletes, professional football players, to people who have never exercised before, knee replacements, frozen shoulder, spinal fusions. I mean, you name it. I feel like I've come across everyone. In Pilates, group fitness, small group training, so things like CrossFit style workouts, boot camps, and then obviously one-on-one personal training and now nutrition coaching. So basically, how I'm really going on tangents. You'll find if you pay too much attention to me that I go on a lot of tangents. So I want to apologize, but at the same time, just know that. So Ubi Ubi. We started because there is 80% of the adult American population that is not connected to regular exercise or fitness in some way or another. I'm not saying that these are people who need to change their bodies or need to be really muscular or be skinnier or anything like that. Like, if you know me at all, or if you start to read the blogs that I write, the blog posts, you'll see that's not my MO. If you want that, I will support that. If you want to move your body to be more healthy so that you have less pain, so that you sleep better, so that your cardiovascular health is better, so that you can avoid chronic diseases, things like that, I'm in it for all of it. I'm in it for you guys. And I think the reality is we in the fitness industry have made it really difficult for people who aren't sure what they're doing. When I look around at the gym, I see a lot of people who move with confidence, who know what they're doing. They walk around, they know where the weights are, and they're strong, and they're moving heavy weights around, and they got all the gear and all this kind of stuff. And that's intimidating. So I've also seen a lot of people walk into the gym for the first time and they sit down with me and I'm talking to them about, what are their opportunities? What are their goals? What do they need? And they're completely overwhelmed. They're scared. I've literally had dozens of people say to me, like, I don't want to go over there, which means, like, I don't want to go into the free weight area. I don't want to work out among all the bros. And I'm not sure what to do. I don't want to get hurt. It's intimidating. And over time, if you have the money and the time to invest in a personal trainer, which I understand is cost prohibitive for some people, over time you can get there. But that's not easy. It doesn't happen overnight. The other thing is if you walk in and you're a first timer and maybe you feel like, oh, I'm overweight, I don't have the right clothes, I don't have the right gear, I don't know how to use any of these things, your go-to is going to be like, I'll just get on the treadmill or I'll just get on the elliptical. And you know what? Sometimes even those things are hard to understand. And so I just kept thinking over and over again, where is the support for this 80% of the population that isn't comfortable in the gym? How do we do this? How do I help them? And then, of course, in March of this year, 2020, my gosh, if it's like 2025 and you're watching this right now, it's so cool. Anyway, everything shut down. And we all went through a whole bunch of stuff. And I realized there's a lot we can do at home. And I had a conversation with my sister about how to get moving and how to encourage her daughter to just do more. She's 12. Like, what does she do to move? And it felt like this big, how do I do this? And I'm going, just start small, And that's what I want to do for people. I want to help people to start small, start where they are, feel supported, have some engagement, have some accountability, and start to feel some success from that. And from that, that's how you grow. I know it might feel like, oh, okay, so me doing 5 squats in a day, how is that going to help? Well, how many squats did you do yesterday? Or how many squats did you do last week? So if you can do that and feel successful in it, who's to say you can't do 6 squats tomorrow? And by the end of the month, maybe you're doing 15. Or whatever the goal is. That's what I want to do. I kind of want to break down some barriers and get people to understand that they don't have to have the whole world at their fingertips in order to see progress or to make change in their lives. I want people to realize that accountability is so critical. Motivation, support, having a partner in something, and all of those things, they're really, really critical. We're not just trying to sell you something. But in my business model, I'm looking at ways that I can give the people those things at a smaller level and at a smaller price point. You will see some different price points, but at this point right now, I don't have anything that's over $179 a month. And that's high accountability, high individual attention. But you can also get involved for $19 a month in something where you still will have accountability. You'll have assignments to do every day. If you're a good student, if you want to follow the rules, this is a great place for you to start. If you're not sure, right now I'm doing a free challenge. If you're watching this later, I'm sure I'll have some other free way to try it. But the reality is giving you something to interact with, something to do. A lot of times people say like, well, I know what to do in the gym, I just don't do it. Well, this gives you here's your checklist. This is what you do. This is when you mark it off. And then over time, you see your progress. I think it's really exciting. I like to work out that way. I don't do well. Like I said, I've been in this industry for a long time. And I don't like to walk into a workout without having a plan. It doesn't work for me. And most of the time, I do better when someone else plans it for me, if I'm being honest. So, those are things to keep in mind. That is why I'm doing this. I feel like there's a lot of people who feel like they're not maybe fit enough to go to the gym yet, or just not confident enough, or they don't know enough. And I'm telling you, A, you don't have to go to a gym. B, you don't have to know anything yet. You'll learn slowly. And C, you can start super small, smaller than you think. Literally a couple minutes a day can build to 5 minutes, can build to 10 minutes, can build to 30 minutes. And in a way that makes you want to keep going. not everybody loves to exercise, but I want you to come to a point where you understand the benefit of it anyway and can feel that somehow. A little bit about the name is we really wanted something whimsical. And also, if you know me, I love it. I've taught group fitness. I've done all the stuff. I'm not in it for fame and fortune. And so I really didn't want it to be like, you know, Anna Winton's fitness or whatever. And that's okay if other people do that. Wonderful. That just wasn't my thing. I also really want to expand this in a way that isn't revolving around me. And what we kind of want it to be, like I said, a little bit more whimsical and really capture that we are reaching for people wherever they are, physically and emotionally, mentally, all that. So we kept thinking wherever is such a great word, and then we discovered that the Latin translation of kind of wherever or wheresoever is Ubi Ubi. And we thought that was just such a fun name, and decided to roll with it. I have some lovely graphic design work. You can see my logo here. Really, this is the only reason I got into it, so I could have a cool logo and fun sweatshirts and stuff to wear. But yeah, it's been a wild ride, and we're only at the beginning, and thank you for watching and supporting our business, and much, much more to come.